shopping. And over here coming along our right-hand side, those are greater kudu. Those markings on their sides help them blend into trees and branches. And these are female kudu, I can tell, because they don't have any horns. Only the male kudu have horns. Wow, they're getting real close today. It's exciting. All right, let's see who else we can see. Oh, up on by the rocks up there, I see a black rhino. The black rhino are pretty solitary creatures. Let me see if I can get a good view for you all.
40.
Now, unfortunately, the black rhino has been hunted almost to extinction. That's because the poachers like to get after those horns. However, the horns don't really serve any scientific purpose for humans. They're mainly used for decorations and things like that, but they're just made of keratin, like our fingernails or hair. But unfortunately, they fetch a pretty high price on the black market, so the poachers like to go after them quite a bit. Now, up behind this bamboo, I see an animal called a bongo. They're often called the ghosts of the forest because they are so very rarely seen. You see the bongo? They have those beautiful horns that curve back and allow them to dive into the brush and clear the thicks out of the way. Now we're going to make our way over to the Safi River. The river is home to a couple of Africa's most dangerous animals, including the African Nile hippopotamus and the Nile crocodile. Now, the hippopotamus is a vegetarian, but it's considered one of the most dangerous animals because of its tendency to be quite territorial. They'll spend most of their day by the water, in the water even. It helps protect them from the hot African sun. They can spend up to 8 minutes underwater. They'll tiptoe along the bottom because they don't really swim. Oops. Oh, that's going to make viewing interesting. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's some over on the left, right by the island there. Now you also see some pink-backed pelican on the island. These are highly social birds. They'll live in colonies anywhere from 50 to 200 pairs. And they get their name pink-backed pelicans from the coloration on their backs that becomes more vibrant when they're ready to mate. Now we're coming up to a bridge here. A lot of times around this area I've seen some Nile crocodiles, so we'll see if we can find any. Hopefully from a good distance. Oh yes, there they are. Now this Nile crocodile can get anywhere from 16 to 20 feet long and up to about 500 pounds. They have very powerful jaws capable of crushing the bones of animals even larger than themselves, like zebra or wildebeest, that they've been known to hunt. And although they're one of the most dangerous species in Africa, they do have pretty good parental instincts. Both the mothers and the fathers will gently roll the eggs in their mouths to help them incubate. Now we're going to make our way over to one of my favorite spots on the reserve. This is a lovely overlook of the savannah. The savannah is home to some of the most famous African animals like giraffes, wildebeest, zebra, many, many others. Savannah has a pretty good system of checks and balances. A lot of the hoofed animals will keep the grasses down while the giraffes will trim the trees. Now up ahead I see some Ankole cattle on the right, as well as a giraffe. A couple giraffes. Yeah, and the springbok. Oh wow, we got a whole collection out here. Now those Ankole cattle have those impressive horns. Those can get up to 3 feet long each. And they actually help keep them cool as well. Because of the honeycomb structure inside, they can send the blood up there and it helps cool it down. Those little springbok get their name from their ability to jump up to 6 feet repeatedly. That's called pronking. It's really cute. They can even go up to 13 feet in forward motion. It's very impressive. Those giraffe were Maasai giraffe based on their patterning. I see another one up ahead of us here. And then over on the left, there are some wild African dogs, or sometimes they're called painted dogs. They are one of the best hunters in the savannah, capable of outrunning their prey to the point of exhaustion. Oh, there we go. There's one up on top of the little cave there. There we go. Now, they're called painted dogs because of the patterns on their coats. That's actually a way that they can tell one another apart as well. Their patterns are as unique to them as our fingerprints are to us. They can tell each other apart even from a distance. Over on your left, you'll see another giraffe. And there's one walking up ahead of us as well. They're all over the place today. And there's some more over there. They're everywhere. Now, Giraffe's been up to about 16 hours a day or so eating, and about an average of 30 minutes asleep. Now, you usually sleep standing up or leaning. They don't spend too much time on the ground. It's kind of hard for them to get up and down with those long legs. And it also makes them more vulnerable to predators. It's like, oh, all kinds of giraffes. Wow, how lucky are we? I was talking about those prehensile tongues earlier with the okapi. The giraffes have the same kind of thing. They can use it to wrap around branches and help pull it off and pull them into their mouths. And when giraffes are born, they're already about 6 feet tall. And they'll be able to walk within about an hour. They can get up to about 20 feet tall as well, which is perfect for getting at the trees here on the savannah. Over on your right, you see some wildebeest, some white-bearded wildebeest, to be exact. They're a highly migratory animal. Oh, about 1.5 million of these will migrate through the savannah each year. The white-bearded wildebeest are also sometimes called gnu, G-N-U. That's because of the sound that they make. It's like a new sound. Up ahead, you see a Patterson eland. The eland is the largest antelope species. They can get up to about 6 feet in the shoulder. There's another one up by that stump there. Wow, the savannah was very active today. That's awesome. Now we're coming up to Monkey Point, which is named after the animals that hang out there. So we'll see if we can find any today. here is going to be on your right. There's an elephant. How awesome. Now, elephants will usually be spending their days with the herd, but once the males get to a certain age, they'll be pushed out by the females to live as a bachelor or in a loose herd with other like-age males. Unfortunately, the elephants are also hunted by poachers for those ivory tusks. And they'll spend a lot of time around the water as well. They can pull gallons into their trunks and pour it over their back. Sometimes they'll do the same thing with dirt. That helps keep them cool and protected from the sun. Oh, it looks like the road is closed up there. I guess we're gonna have to take a long way around today. That's all right. We'll take the scenic route. You okay with that? Yeah? All right, awesome. I'm gonna say good, because there's not really another option right now. Oh, I don't like the look of this bridge, though. Okay, well, stay lovey. Everybody cross your fingers, okay? There we go, nice and easy. Oh, that's not a good sound. Okay. Almost there. Thanks. Okay, we made it. Hopefully no more of those up ahead. I think we'll be alright. Now we are coming down into the red clay pits. A lot of times this is considered elephant territory. So maybe we'll get lucky and see some other elephants. Looks like there's some activity through here. You can see those tusk marks up on the right. Elephants like to dig into the clay, so they'll eat it. It helps give minerals that they wouldn't get in their normal diet. Oh, yep. There's some elephants right there. Including a baby. That's so cool. Like I said, a lot of times they'll hang out in herds. The mothers and the kids will stick pretty close together, although they'll frolic around with their aunts and cousins as well. Now, one of the other main threats to elephants, unfortunately, is just humans in general. There's habitat loss that's causing elephants to have to live closer and closer with people, and that's causing problems for both species. Oh, sorry, tongue-tied today. One of the issues that researchers have been working on is helping Kenyan farmers with crop raiding elephants. One of the ways that we've done that is realize that elephants are afraid of bees.
Scared of bees?
Yeah, they're scared of bees. They have very sensitive skin. So one of the ways that we've been able to help out farmers in Africa is that they realized they could use beehive fences to keep the elephants away from raiding their crops. So it helps protect both the crops and the elephants. And the farmers can make a little bit of a profit off of the honey as well, so it works really well for everyone involved. Oh, up ahead I see a whole bunch of greater flamingo. They're called greater flamingo because they're the largest flamingo species. And they're also the lightest pink. They get that pink coloration from their diet of brine shrimp and other crustacean that are high in beta-carotene, just like sweet potatoes and carrots. I see some mud pits up there. Usually if there are mud pits like that, there may be some white rhino hanging out. That's usually a good sign. They like to roll around in that mud. It helps kind of act as a natural sunscreen. which is very important in Africa. Now, we are coming into big cat country. A lot of times as I've driven through here, I've spotted a cheetah. So let's see if we get lucky today. Cheetah is the fastest land mammal. They can reach speeds of anywhere from 65 to 70 miles an hour. And they use their strong, muscular tails, kind of like a rudder on a boat. It helps keep them balanced at those high speeds. Up ahead I see some kopi. Those are those tall rocks sticking out over the savanna there. A lot of times lions like to hang out on those as they can see nice and far over the savanna and see if they can spot any prey. The lionesses are the ones that do most of the hunting. They hunt in cooperative packs, which works out really well for them because a lot of times their prey is faster than they are. Oh, and there's an ostrich running around too. These are the largest birds. They're also flightless. We had somewhere to be. Oh, there's some more ostrich over here on the left. We're going to take a look at those lions too. Oh, there's a male back there as well. Now the males will spend most of their day hanging out around the territory. Their job is to take care of the home and protect the cubs, while the lionesses do the hunting. They'll spend most of their day sleeping or resting, up to about 20 hours. So that's the life, right? All right. When lions roar, it's mostly to kind of denote their territory. And their roars can be heard up to 5 miles away. Oh, I see some burrows up here. Those are signs of warthogs usually. This is the largest burrowing mammal. They'll use their tusks and their hooves and snouts to dig those burrows. And sometimes they'll borrow them from other animals too. So our friend the ostrich is back. And not only are they the largest birds, but they lay the largest eggs. What are you doing? Their eggs can lay up to about 3 pounds and are equivalent to about 2 dozen chicken eggs. Your average sized man could stand on one of those things and it probably wouldn't even break. Now, even though they are flightless, they can run pretty fast. They can get up to about 40 miles an hour. We're headed into the Magadi Glen. Oh, and right up ahead, you can see one of the residents of this type of area. That's a scimitar horned oryx. Now, they're named for the shape of their horns after the weapon, the scimitar. And they're native to North Africa and more arid regions. And because of that, they're well adapted to the heat and high temperatures. They don't start sweating until they get to about 115 degrees. Their light coloration helps out with that as well. And they can go weeks or even up to months without drinking water. folks, we are making our way back to the outskirts of Harambe. I hope you've enjoyed all of the amazing animals that we've seen today. We had lots of animals out and about, so we're very, very lucky. That's awesome. And if you'd like to help out any of the animals you've seen today, a great way to do that is contributing to the Disney Conservation Fund. It's been around since about 1995 and has projects all over the world to help out many of the species that we've seen and even more. And you can do that at any merchandise location throughout the area. You can also get more information from them as well. Now, if you'd like to see more animals, I highly recommend the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. It's pretty close by here in Africa. You can see gorilla, meerkats maybe, even a naked mole rat. There's all kinds of amazing animals to check out over there. Another great opportunity is Rafiki's Planet Watch if you want to get up close and personal. And of course you can help out at home by recycling, reducing